Hello there. The purpose of this video is to try to make it easier to understand how different bases work. Now, if you don't know what different bases means, it's basically that we count in what we call base 10. That means we have the numbers 0 through 9. So when we count all the way up to 9, well, what comes next? Well, the way we do it is we add another digit, making it 10. And as we go, we count through 9 again, adding 1 each time, 11 and so on. And we get to 20. Now in a different base, let's say base 5, you have the digits 0 through 4, so you have 5 digits. But what comes after 4? Well, when you're counting in base 5, you don't have a 5th digit, so what would come after 4 is what we will call 1 0 for understandability. From here, you'd go 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, and then 2 0. Now this may seem really confusing, but I'm going to try to make it understandable in this video. So I created a business called Base Industries. Base Industries is a company that specializes in putting boxes inside of boxes. So the one we're most familiar with is booth number 10. Now Base Industries goes on infinitely in either direction. As you start working at Base Industries, you start in section 10, also known as base 10. As you go inside of base 10, you see a bunch of platforms. So there's all these empty platforms. They go on infinitely in either direction. But so that you don't get lost, they just put a little circle here, so then you know where you are. And this is the platform where boxes come in. So at base 10, boxes come in. You put them in a pile here. So here in base 10, on the first platform, we have 4 boxes. That's pretty easy to understand. So as more boxes come in, you can see here now we have 9 boxes. And we're kind of running out of space. So what we're going to do is when the next box comes in, we're going to take all these boxes and put them into a larger box. So now that you have this large box, you put it in the next one over. So now you can see on the first platform we have 0 boxes, and in this one we have 1 box. You can see that creates the number 10 or 1 0. So as more boxes come in, say you get 3 more. In this one we still have 1 box. This one we have 3, hence making it 13 or 1 3. So let's say now we have 9 boxes in here and 9 boxes in here, giving us 99 or 99. What happens when the next box comes in? Well, we take all 10 of these boxes, put them into a larger box, and then put it under this platform. But this one already has 9 boxes and there's not enough room for any more. So we take all of these and put them into an even bigger box and put it on the next platform. So now all your boxes are in this one. And see, here we have 0, here we have 0, and here we have 1, making the number 100 or 100. Let's say you continue on getting boxes, and then over time, now you have 1 here, you have 4 here, and 2 here, giving us 1 4 2. And that's how you put boxes in boxes. Now you also can take one of these boxes that you get and open it up. When you open it, inside you find 10 even smaller boxes. But there's not enough room to have 10 boxes in each section. So if you're going to open one of these boxes, you have to take one out. So then there can only be 9 in here. And you would never open that box if you weren't taking one of those smaller boxes out. Because if you had all 10 of the smaller boxes, you would just leave them in the big box on that platform. It just so happens that this little circle where you can keep track of where you are becomes your decimal point. So now this number here is 142.9, and that is base 10. So your first day of work was pretty interesting. You learned about how you can fit 10 boxes in a box and you move them around and stuff. The next day, let's say they send you to base 4. I just choose that because it's one that I can do easily. So again, as you walk in, you see this, all these empty platforms. Again, there's a little circle so that you know where you are. And again, boxes come in on this one right next to the circle right in the middle. And like before, the platforms go on infinitely in each direction. But these platforms are a little bit different. Since we're in base 4, you can get one box. Yeah, that's fine. You have one box here. You add another box. Yeah, you got 2 boxes. You know how it works. So now we have 3 boxes. But since this is base 4, we don't have enough room for a 4th box. So what do we do when the 4th box comes in? You take all of these boxes, put them into a larger box, and then you put that box on the next platform over. And now here you have 1 box here and 0 boxes here, giving us the number 1, 0. So more boxes come in. You know how it works. Again, we have 3 boxes, and the platform can't hold another box. So again, when this next box comes in, take all of them, put it into the next larger box, put it on this platform. Now we have 2 boxes here, 0 boxes here, giving us 2, 0. So you should be able to recognize now that when you have 3 boxes here, and you get 3 boxes here, you don't have enough room for a 4th box. So when this box comes in, you have to take all these, put them in the larger box. Well, now there's not enough room here. So we take these 4 boxes, put them into another box, put it on the next platform. So now you can see we have 1 box here, 0 boxes here, 0 boxes here, giving us 1, 0, 0. And just like in base 10, you have different amounts of boxes here. You always get your number based on that. And also, just like base 10, if you open one of these boxes, you can take them out. As long as you take one of these boxes and put it somewhere else, then you can have boxes here, which this number here would be 121.3. So now you're starting to see how this works, hopefully. And we can look at another one. Let's do one more than 10. Let's say we go into base number 12. Since this base industries is on planet Earth, where we use the base 10 system, when we get 9 boxes here, we still got plenty of room for more boxes. Here we have 10 boxes, but we can't do that because if you went like that, that would be incorrect because your first digit here is based off of how many boxes you have here, and this digit is based off of how many you have here. But you have 0 here, so this isn't correct. Since we're working on Earth with the base 10 system, we have to figure out something else to call this when we have this many boxes. So in my class, we just use the letter T for 10. We have 10 boxes here. What happens if you add another one? Well, now we can't say we have 11 boxes because that's 2 digits. So instead, we can use that E. Well, now what happens when our next box comes in? Well, we know that we don't have enough room for another box. So we take them all, put them in a bigger box, and put them in here. So now we have 1 box here, 0 boxes here, which gives us 1, 0. So here's where it gets confusing for people, but hopefully this makes sense. So now we have 1 box here, 9 boxes here. Everything makes sense. That gives us 1, 9. But what happens when the next box comes in? Well, we know that when we have this many boxes, last time we called that T. giving us 1t amount of boxes. So now when the next box comes in, we still got room for it. So we put it there. Now we have e boxes here, giving us 1e. Then you should get this by now. You add another box. Well, now we don't have enough room for all these boxes. So we take them all, put them in our bigger box, send it over here. And now we have 2 boxes here and 0 boxes here. So the number line for this would look like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, E, 1, 0. And I'd go on and on and on until you get 1T, 1E, 2, 0. So now watching that, hopefully you have a new way of thinking about how bases work, and I hope you enjoyed watching. See ya! Inside we have many different places where you can package products. There's an infinite number of box. I'll just add another one. Why did I do it?